Today is Friday, June 14th. It's about 10:30 and it's about 90 degrees outside. And I wanted to do a garden diary. We planted some petunias over here. And don't know if they'll last, but there's my tomato plant. It's really pretty actually. I'm liking it. It's got a little bit of sun on it at 10:30. I'm gonna do another video where I keep track of the sun all day, but I'll probably wait a little while longer. My husband trimmed some of these super bells back. I planted a lantana that we propagated back in that whiskey barrel. These artichokes, I don't think like it back here, but I did get the aronia berry planted in here, and there's one there, and then I forget what this is called. I have to look it up. These have been flowering. Pittosporum, I think is what these are. The dead ones are kind of ugly. I painted this tubing in between the pots, but it's still pretty noticeable. There's the wave petunias. You can see the bougainvilleas doing something there. We're gonna pull, I planted a petunia down in here, but it's already getting overshadowed, this little one, so we're gonna take that out tonight probably. I planted, I don't know if these are orange, red, or sunrise, but I've got some lantana in each of these pots. See that agapanthus. At night the light shines on it. It looks like a glowing bulb. Kind of pretty. See, I like those all together. We planted a petunia in that pot, and then the fuchsia are coming in that pot pretty good. Let's see the lantana, purple lantana, the trailing stuff's doing well. What did I planted? No, I don't think I planted anything over in here. This is the jasmine climbing up the little tiki torch. Over there the honeysuckle's got the tiki torch. So these are the fuchsia in this pot. Then it seems like every day that I come out, the lantana in these pots get bigger and bigger. This one's really doing well. And let's see, we have along the bridge, we have salvia, purple salvia. And this purple salvia was in with those petunias there. And we took it out and put it in here. See that Cape honeysuckle's doing really well. It's pretty. Then we planted lantana in here. Again, I'm not sure what color they are. Orange. They could be orange, red, or the sunrise color. I propagated all three of those. There's some of the agapanthus. I think that little yellow flower here is chickweed. That right there. The lilies are spent. They don't last very long. These petunias and those petunias are filling in nicely. You can see some of my plumbago here on the side. Little purple flowers. Most of my pink lemonade blueberry bushes. I have a flower there, a gladiola. We found a big worm walking across the sidewalk here. Don't know where it came from. We repotted these goji plants and they've already taken off and done fabulously. This plant here only had 2 leaves on it last week. So it's amazing to me how well it's doing. I think they like their little home here. Back here is the 3 lantanas that we put all together. I think they like their new home as well. I sure like them back here better. Here's the plumbago that hasn't bloomed yet. Good. Then you can see the noodle beans are starting to, we gave them some places to climb. We planted, and this is shady right now, but it was sunny earlier. We planted one aronia back in there, and then 2 tomato plants that I just rescued out of the yard. The oregano's looking good. This tomato plant isn't doing too well. Looks about like these, and it's been in this pot for a long time. My cucumbers. I think they still like their home. It's the noodle bean that's taken off. These here are Kajari melons. I think that's what this one here is as well. So we'll just let that drape over the side. The zucchini are looking pretty good. I've got some purple basil in here. My eggplants are getting shaded, which isn't good. I might have to move this one back here. Or it might like its home, I don't know. We bought a couple of pepper plants at Walmart that I'm gonna have to plant. I planted a bunch of, there's one. This is a spaghetti squash, and I'm hoping they grow. I planted just tons of spaghetti squash plants. There's some tomatoes. Like I said, we're gonna put a couple pepper plants right in here. Got some orange cherry tomatoes, and then I've got some purple Russians, which is what these are really good. And it seems like I can pick them before they turn totally, you know, they've still got a little bit of green on them, and they're delicious. This eggplant. That might be a pepper plant in there. I don't know. I have to look. I don't know what's all coming in here. Of course, we've got lots of weeds too. We planted petunias up in these pots. Didn't know what color we were gonna get. These are 8-ball zucchini. Cherry tomatoes in there that are doing well. My husband put a wire across the top too, so that those noodle beans can climb up there. That white moth is not a good thing. I did have some really pretty little chamomile flowers. There's still some, but not quite as pretty as they originally were. Got some zinnia blooms. This is just a mix. And then the okra, because we've been getting into the hundreds, the okra, of course, love that weather, so they've kind of bounced back finally. They didn't like our spring. And then what I did is I took some okra seeds and planted them, and of course they sprouted up right away. So I attribute that to just being hot. We put a new panel on our composter, and now we got to paint it. And then this bed has sprouted up all sorts of things, but again, the only thing are what's by the stakes that I planted. I only got one of these midget cantaloupes, and then I got all of my Tigger melons. That's what these are. So I'll go through. What I want to do is come out here and maybe, I don't know what some of these plants are. Like this is looks like some of the seeds that were in our compost helped these sprout up, and they could be plants I want, but they might just be tomatillos. I don't know. If that's the case, I don't necessarily want those. I don't think I'm going to get anything on my bulbs, so I will probably plant some stuff in here. Well, I know I will. I did plant some things in here, so we'll see what those turn out to be. These are my zinnias. Oh, these chamomile are going to bloom. And this is the way the fuchsia blooms, the little red, and the hummingbirds love this, so that's some that just grew up, not because I wanted it to. Anyway, that's my garden diary. Today is Sunday, June 9th, and this is what we got out of the garden, our first large squash. Today is Tuesday, June 11th, and this is what we got out of the garden. 2 squash again, identical from Sunday. I ate 2 already, and then we picked 3 more because they are ripe, even with a little bit of green on them. And these are the purple Russian tomatoes. And then we got 2 Fresno chilies and 5 purple Russians today on June 11th. Today is Wednesday, June 12th, and last night when my husband was fertilizing the garden, he got me my favorite cherry tomato, and then he found another zucchini. And then tonight we're walking around outside, and there on the sidewalk is one of those big green hornworms, so I took a picture of it. Anyway, that's the garden diary today.